The Soldier Pass Trail is a moderate hike in Sedona, Arizona that you can get to via shuttle. To find the shuttle times, you can check out the Sedona shuttle website and hit the Soldier Pass Trail. That will then list you all of the times that the shuttle will arrive, as well as all of the times that the shuttle will pick you up at the head of the trail to bring you back. If you don't make it in time for one of the shuttles, you can also take Soldier Pass Road, which is a 20-minute hike to the trailhead. Our goal during this hike was to see 3 different viewpoints, the first one being the Devil's Kitchen Sinkhole. The Devil's Kitchen Sinkhole formed in the late 1800s when the ground collapsed into an underground cavern, which created a large, steep-sided hole that continues to slowly evolve today. Ancient limestone caves beneath the surface weakened and gave way, which caused collapses, most notably in the 1880s and then again in 1989. It is a popular hiking landmark, but it is still considered a potential hazard, so just make sure you stand behind the posted signs. Our next stop was the 7 Sacred Pools. The 7 sacred pools formed over thousands of years due to erosion and seasonal water flow. The pools fill with rainwater and look their best shortly after rainfall, especially during late summer monsoon season, which tends to be between July and September. We came in March, so the water was a little murky since there hadn't been any rainfall recently. And just as a heads up, there also are a lot of mosquitoes in the area due to the standing water, so I would definitely bring some bug spray. If you take one of the Red Rock tours to this trail, the guide will probably tell you about the documented ancient ritual use of the sacred pools, and you might even find some petroglyphs like this one. And then we headed to the last stop for this hike, which was the Soldier Pass Cave. From the 7 sacred pools to the Soldier Pass Cave, the path is actually very shaded with a lot of trees. We were there during a heat wave, so it was still close to the 90s during this time, so we would still advise for you to bring a lot of water, sun protection, and to avoid starting this hike too late into the day. From this point on, the trail does get a little bit more difficult as you start to climb. as you get closer to the cave, the terrain does get a lot more steep, rocky, and slippery. And we finally made it to the Soldier Pass cave.
And if you want to read my mind, just go.
To get into the cave, you will have to climb up this small opening, but the views, I think, are well worth it.
I'm not gonna lie, but your problems are bigger than mine.
If you're not a fan of heights and you don't want to climb up into this cave, there are other caves in the area that you can visit, and they're a lot more easily accessible. Here is another view of the rocks that you'll have to climb up and climb down to get up into this cave and to go back out. As you can see, people will hold on to both sides of the rock wall to be able to support themselves. And that was it for our hike of the Soldier Pass Trail in Sedona, Arizona. We highly recommend it. I did want to quickly show the parking lot situation. As you can see, it was empty. Even though you can still buy a parking pass, no cars were able to park here, so just be mindful of that.